Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about how I made this VFX using Adobe After Effects and Blender. Well, in this video we're going to talk about how to motion track in After Effects, then export the same motion tracking data into Blender. And it's a very simple process. So I'm going to begin with a footage, download it from pexels.com. I'll put the link to the same footage into the description down below. If you wanted to use it, I'm going to go to File, I'm going to go to Import, I'm going to hit File. I'm gonna import it. I made a PNG sequence from the footage. I would also upload the PNG sequence if you want to use the same PNG sequence that I'm using for the footage. I'm gonna select one image and I'm gonna hit PNG sequence and click import to import the footage. Now I'm gonna grab the footage into the new composition here. Okay, so it's a high quality footage. I really like. It's 2K version. I'm gonna click track camera and it's going to start initializing and analyzing. I'm going to go to advanced and I'm going to click detailed analysis to accurately track the motion, and now it started tracking it. We have to wait for this. It depends on the duration and the quality of the footage, but right now we have 250 frames and it's not going to take long. Okay, so now as you can see, I have paused and again restarted it and it's about to done. It will start solving the camera after it analyzed the footage, and as you can see it's solving it. Let's wait for this to finish. Okay, so I think it's going to be finished right here. As you can see it's finished, and as you can see we got so many motion tracker here. If we stay on them, as you can see that the circle is oriented the same as the building is. So now we can select any tracker. I'm gonna select those trackers, right click, create solid and camera. It's going to create a plan over it and we will see if it's tracked well or not. Let's play it and see. Okay, so it's not sliding and I think that is a perfect track. We can go for it, but I want something in the middle, you know. So what we can do, I'm gonna hit Ctrl Z. I'm gonna select some of them in the middle and right click, create solid and camera, and it will create a solid for us. And as you can see, it's sticking into there, and this is what we wanted. So now the problem is how to export this data into Blender. Well, there is an add-on called aetoblend, which is paid, but I found a free solution for this. I found a script that can do the same job for free. I'm going to select all of the layers. The script named, I think it's exporting JSON file. I'll put the link to the script. If you want to use it, just download the script and you will be able to export this data that can be imported into Blender. So I'm going to go to File, Script, and as you can see, Export Composition Data. You will not have that option. So what you need, you can download the script from the description, install the script from here, and you will have that option or two. And you can just click it, Export Composition Data to JSON, and it will export the tracking data into JSON file, which can be imported into Blender. I'm going to click it. I'm going to browse and I will browse a location where I want to save the file. So I'm going to give it a nice name, something like track maybe. Yeah, track. Okay, so now it's time to hit save and I'm going to click export to export the data. So now it's time to import it in Blender. So I'm going to go ahead and launch Blender. Okay, so it's opening right now. And let's wait for Blender to get opened. Okay, so it's open now. It's a default scene. I'm gonna hit A and X and delete everything in the scene. So go to edit file. Wait. I'm gonna go to edit. Hit is. We're gonna install the add-on. I will put the link to the add-on also, which you can download. And then you just need to click install to install the downloaded file from the link in the description. And you will be able to import a JSON file into Blender. As you can see, if I search for these, I already installed import After Effects composition data. And yeah, it's super easy. I'm going to go to file, I'm going to go to import. And as you can see, we have After Effects composition data converted JSON, you know. So if you click it, go ahead to the directory where you do have that file. So right now it's here. So I'm going to click it and import After Effects composition. Okay, so right now we got three objects. We got a camera, we got a plan, yeah. Okay, so the middle plan is not important because it is representing the footage in After Effects. So you can just select it and hit X to delete it because you don't really need this plan in the middle. Okay, so as you can see, the camera is horizontal, which is not, which is landscape right now. We're gonna make it vertical. So I'm gonna go to output. I'm gonna match the resolution with the footage. So the resolution of the footage is 1440 by 2560, and this will fix the issue. You can also check out the frame rate, but in my case, it is fine. It was 24 frames per second. I'm gonna select everything by hitting A. As you can see, we got a keyframe off from the line. So you can select all of the object, and under the timeline, you can just click G and grab it further. So the keyframe start from the first frame, you know. Okay, so right now we gotta load our footage. Select the camera, go to camera settings, under background image, open it, add image, and then click movie clip. Hit open to open up the footage. I have the PNG sequence, so I'm gonna use the PNG. I'm gonna select all the PNGs in the PNGs folder. I will also give you all the PNGs. I'm gonna increase the opacity. So right now, if you play it, as you can see, the plan is sticking right into the building, you know. Okay, so now the tracking is perfectly done. Now you can add any sort of object you think of. You can add products, you can add some interesting animation into something, you can destroy the building if you don't want, you can add destruction into it, you can add fire into it, you can do your silly things with it, and it's totally up to you. So in my case, I'm gonna test it out if it's working or not. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna select the plane. I'm going to change the transform orientation from global to local. I'm going to turn on the gizmo so I can now rotate it wherever the object facing its normal. Okay, so it's now fixed with the building curvature, or you can call it the building orientation, I think. Yeah, I'm going to scale it. I'm going to slightly move it towards the x-axis like that. If you play it, as you can see, it's sticking right into the building, and this is what we wanted. And now you can make your viral Instagram post with this video, you know. So it was pretty easy. And now what we are going to do, I'm gonna select it, Shift S, cursor to selected. And what I'm going to do, I'm gonna add what it calls a monkey. Yeah, a monkey. Scale it up. So now I want to have the same orientation as the plan. So there is an add-on in Blender which can do this job for you. I'm going to go to edit mode, edit and preferences. I'm going to search for copy attributes, or you can search attributes. You will find interface copy attributes menu. Just turn this on and you will be able to select both the monkey and the plan and hit Control C. You will get so many options after installing the add-on, and you will be able to copy the rotation of other object from one object. So this is very handy. I'm going to move it towards y-axis just slightly. Maybe I can just hide this plane if I want. Like that. And now I'm going to select and scale this monkey a little bit up. I'm going to slightly move it forward so it's out from the plane. Something like that, and I'm gonna turn off the plan and let's see if it's sticking into it. And as you can see, it's magically sticking into the building, and this is what we wanted. This was the mission. It is accomplished. Now you can add your silly stuff into it. You can add any sort of product into it. This is called product VFX. You can call it CGI ads, you can call it viral aids, you can call it eye-catching aids, whatever, but you can do it right now. It will be your first time maybe. Okay, so I'm thinking what to add. I'm gonna first save the file because it's important. If you don't save it, you're gonna lose your progress and you will regret and you will not watch my video again. So save Blender file. Okay, so right now what we gotta do, we're gonna add something that is called a car. Yeah, but first of all, before adding the car, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to file, I'm gonna go to import, I'm gonna go for a GLB. I will put the link to the same car model that I'm using in this video in the description down below. It is from Sketchweb. You will be able to download it for free. It is not paid, thanks to the great artist. I forgot the name, but I will surely put his name and the link to his model in the description down below. I really like the model. Thanks for the model. Okay, so model is imported. I'm gonna select one object by hitting Shift and Control J to join this object into it. So now it's time to place the object wherever we want. So what we gotta do, I'm gonna hit Shift Ace, selection to cursor, and I'm going to go to camera view. I'm gonna scale it up like that. I'm gonna select the plan, Control C, copy rotation. It will copy the rotation. I'm gonna hit I'm just slightly gonna move it towards x-axis, z-axis, just a tad. Oh, it's actually parented to an empty. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select the car, hit Alt P, clear and creeps transformation. It will clear the parent. Okay, I need to delete the parent. Okay, so now we gotta rotate it on y-axis on 180 degree, so it's facing the right axis. Now you can add animation into it, but maybe I will not add animation during the video because it will make it longer, and I know you people don't like long videos, so I'm just gonna place it. I will show you how to set up lighting, I will show you how to composite the final stuff, I will show you how to do rendering settings, and that's all. This is what you need. Your animation is totally up to you, how you want the car to be. You want to explode it, you want to destroy it, whatever, just do it right away. I really don't know what you want to do with the car. So now we scale the plan accordingly. So what we need to do, under world setting, I'm gonna hit let me just hit the color button, the yellow dot there. I'm gonna click environment texture, I'm gonna hit open, and we will just need to open up the HDRI that we want to use. So I'm gonna open up this HDRI. I will also give the link to the same HDRI that I'm using in this video if you want to use it. I'm gonna go to rendering view. So as you can see, it's not really good. So what we gotta do, we need to go into rendering, So under render settings, change the render engine to cycles, and then change the device from CPU to GPU compute. Like that, click denoise, and under film, click transparent. As you can see, the car is successfully added into the skyscraper, and now you can add your silly stuff into it. Maybe if you want, you can add a product into there, just do it. And as you can see, the lighting is matching. I'm gonna select the plan, and under object data, I'm gonna go for visibility. Under visibility, there is an option called shadow catcher, which will hide the plan but will cast shadows on. And this is a great feature in Blender. I really like it. So thanks to Blender for having some amazing feature. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, it is looking really good. I love it. Maybe we can just slightly move it towards here. I really don't know. There is a problem with mirror. I really don't know why is that. But you can fix it if you do want. You can also download another model of car if you want. You can just do whatever you want to do with it. I'm not limiting you to just stay there within your limit and just don't do anything. And then my video, and it's very bad. Okay, so I'm just trying to fix it. But I think there is something behind the mirror that is making it very bad. It can be a seat, it can be anything, but I'm done with it. I don't want to tweak it around, So under material, I'm going to turn on scene light, scene world, so we can just slightly rotate the world. I'm going to open up a new window like that, change it to shader editor. I'm going to, this is object, I'm going to change it to world. I'm going to select the HDRI, Control T. It's an add-on called Node Wrangler. By turning it on, you will be able to use Control T to add mapping and texture coordinate node. It is very useful, explained by every YouTuber. Okay, so I'm going to go to render view, and I will slightly rotate it so it matches the scene lighting, maybe just slightly, not so much. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm gonna slightly just move under edit. I'm gonna slightly, okay, so I duplicated the plan, I scaled it on a z-axis like that, and now I'm gonna select it, and I'm going to hit E to extrude it like that. And right now I'm just trying to extrude it towards y-axis, so we can just copy the so we can just copy the building. We just want to make a digital extension of the building. Just do whatever I do, because I really don't know what I'm doing, so that is why you just need to focus on. So I'm just trying to match the alignment of my 3D object into the real footage by moving it on different axes like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to top view, I'm going to hit E, and I will extrude it towards that axis like that. I'm going to select this plane, I'm going to hit F to fill the middle thing, and I'm going to select all the top one, and I'm going to hit F to fill it. Okay, so now it's time to bevel it, but before doing your bevel stuff, let me just see that how does it looks like. Control B, scroll your mouse to see how does it feels like. Okay, so I'm just gonna apply the scale by hitting Control A in object mode, and again go to edit mode, and let's try it again. Okay, it's not matching, right? But I think we need to add some more bevel into the sides. So I'm gonna select all those outer edges, the downward edges. I'm gonna hit Alt, and I'm gonna hit E on Z axis to extrude it downward. I'm just gonna slightly move it towards axis, just a tad, to match the building shape. Okay, I'm gonna select it, and I'm gonna hit E to extrude it down, so we do whatever need to be done. Okay, so I'm gonna go to vertex selection mode. I'm trying to manually just align it with the shape of the building. I'm gonna go to edge selection, hit Alt to select the whole edge, and I'm gonna hit E and extrude it downward like that. And right now we need to bevel this thing, so we got some perfect smooth beveled edges. So I'm gonna select these like that and that. By hitting Control, it will select the shortest spot between both sides. I'm going to shift click and then Control click, and it will select the loop in between. So I'm going to hit Control B to bevel it just a tad and scroll the wheel, so we got something like that. Okay, so I'm going to select this edge like that, and I'm going to hit Alt, Shift Alt, and then Shift Alt. Select all of them, Control B, bevel it like that, something like that, so it matches the curvature of the building. Control R, add a loop cut at the top, and G and Z to move it towards Z axis. So right now, as you can see, it is matching it, and if you play it, as you can see, it's sticking into the building, and this is what we wanted. This is something we really wanted for a long time. So if you go to render view, as you can see, now what I can do, you can reproject the footage into, if you want to have some amazing sort of reflection into, you can just reproject the footage, but I'm not gonna do it right now. So I'm gonna change the color of this plane to something like this, and under object data, again I'm gonna click shadow catcher, so it also bounces the light in a bluish form into the car. I'm gonna link the material. Okay, so I think the 3D scene is done. You can add reflections if you want. You just need to reproject the footage into the mesh that we just created. Okay, under rendering setting, I'm gonna make the render samples to 100. Under compositing, hit use node. And now it's time for final stuff. So I'm gonna add an output node, which is called the viewer node. I'm gonna connect the image to the viewer node. I'm gonna click add. I'm gonna click input. I'm gonna click movie clip to add a movie clip into it. I'm gonna add a color, mix, and alpha over. So it's going to mix the render layers and the movie clip together. Connect the movie clip to the top socket and the render layer to the bottom socket. Now it's time to render an image, because if you don't render an image, you will not see anything. So what I'm going to do, first I'm going to load the footage into. So we can see it under view. I'm going to zoom it out just a tad so we can see what is going on. Under render image, you will be able to render out the image that you want. So it started rendering. I'm going to pause it and I'm going to restart it again. So as you can see, the image is rendered with all the stuff in it, and this is what we wanted. This is the dream of every 3D artist that want to create some amazing CGI ads. And yeah, that was for today. If you want to get more like that, you can hit the subscribe button, you can like this video, you can share it with your artist friend, you can do whatever you want to do with my channel. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.